Hi, I'm Blake from the Tone Mob podcast, and I'm here today to talk about the Demogorgon from Adventure Audio out of Rochester, New York. I'm in Portland, Oregon, but they're from Rochester. If there's one thing you need to know about Rochester, it's that Kodak used to be based there, and now they're not, because digital cameras and stuff, like this one. They also make food called garbage plates. It's pretty cool. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Adventure Audio Demogorgon V3. You're probably asking yourself, what's the biggest difference between the V2 and the V3? I don't know. I'm just kidding. Yes, I do. For one, it's purple and sparkly. Who doesn't like purple sparkly things? But the biggest difference is Christian optimized the knob ranges on all the controls to make the pedal overall a lot more usable in kind of like more standard, rock and roll type sequences, or just more just normal and easier to dial in. The last one was very intense. Not that this one isn't intense, but well, we'll show you what we mean. So as you can see, the controls are all the same. We got the overall volume right here, the gain and filter, which that's essentially the fuzz portion of the pedal. For the other section, we've got the deep, rate, and decay controls. The decay controls the amount of reverb time, and the deep and rate control the tremolo depth and speed, basically. It's got an expression input for those that like to control things via one of these. And you can control either the deep or the rate knobs via the expression pedal input. And all you got to do to pick which one you want is you flick that little switch labeled X. You see, we got a true bypass switch on there and the upside down switch. The upside down switch is what engages the rem. No, it's not a word. The upside down switch is what engages the reverb and trem portion of the pedal. So you can just play with fuzz by itself, kick that on, and get all kinds of weirdness, or all kinds of prettiness. Just depends on what you're in the mood for.
Whee! This is what I do now. My father's so proud.
There's also an order switch that lets you pick between whether the fuzz is first or the trem/reverb block is first. Spiffy, huh? Why you keep talking? Why don't you just show them how it sounds? That's a pumpkin, because it's Halloween. All right, let's show them how it sounds. Today we're going to be playing a Jennings Guitars, well, this is their T-style. I don't know what they're actually calling it yet. I don't know if there's a name, but it's rad. You should check it out. With McNelly pickups into a Benson Vincent. Sinusoid cables, of course. Here is a little clean tone, and then we'll play the pedal. Believe it or not, it does clean up with your pick attack. Crazy. It's gnarly. but I did it. All right, now we're gonna go into the upside down. We're gonna show you what that's all about. The upside down, well, the government and these never mind. Okay, we're gonna start with just the decay on and introduce the reverb later. So here we go. It's a nice, tasty verb to your, Now we're gonna explore what happens when you put this tremolo in. It's not like some normal vintage inspired thing. It is a beast of a trem. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so we plugged in the expression pedal and I've got the X switch up, which is controlling the rate. So the depth is going to be set to a pretty intense level, and I'm going to be controlling the rate via expression, and look at the fun stuff that you can do. For this section, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to set the rate pretty aggressive and then control the depth with the expression. Okay, this time I'm going to flip the order switch and just do some noodles. So what you've been hearing is fuzz into reverb trem. Now you're going to, or trem reverb rather, and now you're going to hear the opposite. You're going to hear the upside down section into the fuzz, which lets you get all kinds of shoegazy and weird, shoegazy. You just gaze at your shoes. That's why they call it that. this section, I've got the gain cranked. I'm going to be messing with the expression controls and flipping things around just kind of willy-nilly. Basically, I'm going to try to get the Demogorgon to come out of the wall. What else, Keith? So there. We got the gain backed off to about noon, and then the trem set to a little more reasonable depth and a decent amount of reverb still on there. And I'm going to just play around with my pick attack and try to show you some of the pretty sounds that actually exist in here. Beautiful. Okay, so here's the deal. We received a ton of requests for this. We originally were not going to do it, but so many people asked, they missed out on the first run of the Demogorgon V2. So we've made some tweaks, we've made some improvements. We got the Demogorgon V3 now, and we're only going to have it up for pre-order only, for 2 weeks. That's it. So we're going to take however many orders come in those 2 weeks, and then this SKU is officially retired. So if you missed out on the first one, and you've been kicking yourself ever since, or if maybe you wish you could squeeze a little more out of the V2, the V3 is definitely for you. So again, we're opening the pre-order for 2 weeks. However many orders come in during that time, that's how many we're making, and then this one goes in the vault, like Disney does. Why? Because if it's good enough for Walt, it's good enough for us. So go to tonemob.com/store, or hit the link in the description, whichever you prefer, and it'll take you right where you need to go, and we're going to build them, and we're going to ship them to you, and it's going to be awesome.